Hey guys, um, today is going to be my first scripted video, and it's going to be about reworking already bad tunes. Um, but before I get into that, um, I want to say that criticism for these reworks are welcomed, but um, please be nice. Thank you. And also like and subscribe. I hate this isn't an original idea. It's been done like a billion times. Um, but I got this idea from Inbakio. I think that's how you say it. Their name. But their channel is going to be linked down below. Our first tune today is Astro. As y'all already know, he's one of the main characters and the most expensive character, not counting any other requirement. A lot of people have realized that he has been heavily outclassed even after the first update. Like, he got outclassed by Tisha, Bobette, Flight, even Gordy's passive, which is kind of crazy. Probably because, speed is needed a lot more than stamina. Because if you're fast enough, you don't need to run, you know? Um, so, here's my idea. Instead of, you know how, in a ring, he fully regenerates stamina. Instead of that, he places down a cloud that fully just freezes stamina consumption, but you still regenerate that stamina. My cat's in my room. You might hear him, and my other cat. Um, trying to ignore that. But as I was saying, um, it'll fully freeze stamina consumption while still being able to regain it. And the size of the cloud is going to be about the same size as Bobette with Toy Kit. Um, that lasts 8 to 9 seconds with a lingering effect of 1.5 seconds. His passive is also really lacking, so I had like two. I think my cat's leaving. They left. But I had two different ideas. One that, depending on how many people are in your cloud, you get like a 5% not movement, extraction speed boost. But that was pretty boring. Um, instead of maxing out at 20, it maxed out. It maxed out at I think it'd be funny if Blood Junior counted to 45. But I just felt like that would be really, really boring. Cause if you're using that for your distractor, they're not always going to stay in your cloud. So I decided on this one, which, depending on how much stamina he still has, he gets a speed boost. Uh, um, his base stamina right now is 150. Um, so he would have plain movement speed there. When he got to 125, he had a 10% boost. And then at 100, he would have a 25% boost. Maybe at 115, if that's like way too high, you know? If that's way too high, you know? Um, but he still has his other passive where he can see stamina. But instead of it saying, oh, this character has almost less than 50%, It instead says, "Oh, this character has such and such stamina left. Oh, this character has such stamina left." Like for Balbet. It starts at 175, and if it gets below that, it starts at green at 175. At 150, it goes to yellow, and then it fades to an orange color when you get to 100, and it stays that and it stays like orange until at 50%. Then it glows red, signifying that you probably need to place your cloud down somewhere close to them. Um, that's it for the passive. So let's move on to the new stats. I have two versions. Um, this one I feel like is pretty boring, but I still like it. So it's 2 skill check, 3 movement speed, 2 stam, 5-star stealth, and 4-star extraction. And then the other one is 2-star skill check, 4-star movement speed, 2-star stam, 5-star stealth, and 4-star extraction. I feel like both of those ideas make him more of a extraction oriented extractor more than skill check, which is the opposite of like Shelly and V and a lot of the other characters. So it's more like Glisten and Flight, which I feel like those two characters function a lot better, you know? Um, Onto the second character, which is Shrimpo. I know you're probably going to be saying, "Oh, Shrimpo is a joke toon, and he's supposed to be like challenging, and he's not supposed to have like real stats or real abilities." But like, I feel like that doesn't mean that he should be utter garbage. Like, I feel like no character should be garbage. Or, better idea, he has a way to toggle it in the lobby, kind of like how you toggle stickers to send into chat, where he has actual real stats and a real ability, or his challenge version. You know, because he has like such good cosmetics, like the Care Bear skin. Like I have that skin, and like I have no reason to use it, so I basically just wasted 100 Robux. Um, so like I really want to use it, but like Shrimpo is trash, so smile. But actual good challenge characters are Sylvester and Connie. Like they have high extraction speed and low movement speed. Like movement speed is such a good stat to have. So, but in another game, Felicia or Felicia, I pronounce it Felicia. She gets better every time you like level or every time you pick up the game's version of tapes. Every time you pick up the game's version of tapes. Um, and when she hits a certain threshold, she upgrades to 2-star stats or 3-star stats or blah 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 all the way to 10 stars. And I think that idea is really creative. So I kind of wanted to do. I actually didn't want to do something like that. I'm lying. But I kind of wanted to do make him slightly better. So I decided to make him challenging. So he's not like amazing or where he's still difficult to play. So you can get the dial the hissy fit achievement. But Here's my idea. This is game changing. Guys, get ready. You guys are gonna hate me. One more star in stamina. One more star in extraction speed. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just scared myself. I'm joking. I'm joking. But that's my idea. He's still challenging, but like at least he's slightly better. Um, that and then my his original passive is still there, but it's going to be more like hidden, where sort of like how Sylvester didn't say how he was immune to ranged attacks for like a week during the Halloween event until I think, well, I can't remember. It was either like a week or the whole time, but I can't remember. But it's still going to be there. Um, and then his new ability, I had two ideas. Both of them are kind of supportive, but um, one is where you shout at someone, and it's called Freak, um, which makes other toons either mad, anxious, or annoyed. Being mad makes you extract faster. Being anxious makes you faster, and annoyed is an 8% boost, or maybe even 10 in every every other stat that isn't extraction and movement speed. Because I don't know, I feel like that would be fun. I mean, we don't really need any more RNG toons since we already have Gordy, Toodles, and Gigi. Slightly Yada, because you have a chance to get good items, but like other than that, um, you know. But his next ability that I thought of was called Collar, where he throws a studded collar, um, kind of in the design aspect of like dark spikes, his dark spike skin, um, because I feel like that idea is really funny. Um, that I don't, I want it to be slightly balanced, where I don't know if I want it to be a skill shot where you throw it in a direction, and if you're lucky, it hits twisted in that path. Like, say a Louis is distracting um, in a corner, and you stare at him, and you throw the collar, uh, and then once it hits a twisted, um, that twisted is slowed. I really liked that idea. Um, I'll probably show um, a video on how it looks like from Overwatch, because they have a similar design aspect to like that, but like it doesn't slow and it's easier to hit, and it's a completely different game. But they have something kind of like that, so I might show that in a second. Either that or it's already playing. I don't know. But I really like that, and the slowness effect would be like around 2 stage, since I want a character that can debuff, such as like Gordy. I feel like Gordy would be such a great character to give debuffs to the Twisted, since like basically every toon can give a buff. Like Shelly gives an extraction buff, Brusha does skill check, Tisha movement speed, flight movement speed, blah 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 blah. You know what we don't have? A character that gives slowness, or dazed, or any other like twisted debuff. we only have Soul Sword, and Soul Sword is so bad because you have to get hit, and it would work so much better on um Blot, but guess what? It doesn't really work on Blot Junior. Um, buff idea. That's my buff idea for Blot. Um, um, but let's move on to Scraps. Um, Scraps isn't good, and we all know that. I'm sorry. Um, she, along with many other toons, are just used to like get a better toon. For her, it's Goob. You have to play. You have to get 3 mastery quests to get Goob. Other characters are like Louie for Yada, Yada for Blot, Brady for V, Tisha for Shelly, Toodles for Pebble, this, and that, Poppy for Louie. Um, and all these characters, except Blot, um, and Yada, function together. Or, they play kind of the same, such as Toodles and Pebble are like good survivalists. V and Brightney are low stealth extractors, etc. Um, but Scraps and Goob function really, really well together because guess what Goob can do? Pull slow extractors towards like further away machines and pull them back to elevator. I'm so smart. Um, but Goob actually has a little supportive ability compared to Scraps, which here's my idea to make her both a survivalist and a support. Um, which her her stats already are horrid. Like like giving such low movement speed to um and such high stamina is kind of strange. So here's my changes to her stats. It's 2-star movement speed, 2-star stam, 2-star skill check, 4-star stealth, and 5-star extraction speed, which makes her a stealthy extractor. Um, but she's still a slow survivalist. But now she has, for such a bad downside, she did not have a great upside. So now she has um, a really bad downside, but a really good upside. You know. So yeah. Um. Uh. Her new ability is still like slightly the same, but now it grapples on to items. That includes capsules, tapes, and regular items. Um, maybe even the machine. She could like grapple to the TV, since it's kind of strange that she can't do that already. You know. Um, but now when she grapples to a teammate, um, they get, if they're not on a machine, or if they're on treadmill machines, um, you give them a movement speed boost. Or if they're on an actual machine, like the new duo machines, other than treadmill, or circle machines, or regular machines, they get an extraction boost. If you grapple to an empty machine, you get. I want to preference. I want to say that all of this are 12% boosts for. The movement speed is for like 6 seconds, and the extraction speed is for 12. Well, maybe both for 12 seconds. Um, but if she grapples to an empty machine, then she gets an extraction boost. Um, when she grapples to anything that isn't a teammate, or actually, yeah, let's just apply it to both of them. That'd make saying this a lot more easier. I'm so smart. But now she functions a little more like her brother, and the support acts Oh my god, aspect. I really hope you guys enjoyed my reworks because personally it was like super fun to make these. So maybe I'm going to do more of this because I actually really like these and I hope you guys do too. Um, but thank you for watching. Make sure to watch Inbakios videos about reworks because those are actually really good. But bye guys.